Alright, now maybe rich.
Shut the fuck up. Hi everyone. Hey everyone, it's Deyonna. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? Wow. Today, I didn't think you were gonna let me do this, to be honest.
I know, honestly, I wasn't really sure if I wasn't even like let this happen, but
today I'm gonna be beating his face on camera. Wait, I said. But before we get started with that, if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, because like if you haven't subscribed by now, like
what are you doing?
But yeah, click that subscribe button down below. It's gonna help me out a lot, and like we're just gonna get right to beating this face. Alright, so I zoomed you guys in a little bit just so you can see what's going on over here. Okay, so can we just talk about all around me are familiar faces, worn out. Oh, I don't want to get too messy in this video.
That's just so easy to do.
Ooh.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
So we're just gonna talk about this really quick. Let's bring it back. There's no bad blood between us.
Disclaimer.
You already know. When we used to get drunk as fuck for no fucking reason in Kevin's car every day. And literally like, oh my, bitch. Can we talk about that one day?
Bitch.
Bitch.
Bitch. No.
Yeah. What even happened that day?
I don't remember because I was so drunk. I just really remember that it was me, you, and Kevin. Everyone else went home at a reasonable time, and we didn't have our cars. So we were like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay home, because Kevin was like, no, I'll just drive you home later. So we're like, okay, let's do it. And long story short, I stuck a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
To make a long fucking story short, I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
Because we were there till maybe like 8 in the morning, and I told my other friend that I actually wanted to go to the gym.
I remember getting home at 6. That's when I got home, at 6 in the fucking morning.
And we were hammered. Jose Cuervo who? Because
tequila whores. We're bringing it back. We're not bringing it back.
We're top shelf now.
We're top shelf type of girls now.
So disclaimer, don't do this at home, anybody. But long story short, Kevin ended up driving us to Deyonna's house. And after he parked the car, I feel like he like blacked out.
Didn't you go back to his house with him?
Yeah, but I ended up driving because I was actually pretty, I mean, I wasn't like the best, but I was a lot better than he was, because I think he was gaunt. This
is so bad that we did this.
Yeah, but you live and you learn, honestly.
Right.
Well, I told my friend that I would go to the gym with her. She was at the dough, but I haven't even been to sleep, my drunk ass.
Oh, and you went to the gym?
Yeah, we went to the gym. I literally told her to take me to like McDonald's so I could get like something in my system. It was bad, but it was all for the books. And that's all that matters.
Oh my god, wow. Hands down, the summer of 2016 was like the craziest fucking thing of my life.
Keep in mind, like before I even met them, I would literally just go home and read my Bible. Like I did nothing wrong. I was so good. I was in bed by like 11. So when I met them, I had no clue like what I was getting myself into. When
I met that entire group. No, I met you first.
Yeah, because we were edges first.
Yeah.
Because we are sisters. We stand together.
When I met you and you brought me like into this fucking Ser da Chiva, Ballena, Gorda, Hipopotama ass of a world. Hold on.
Of a world. You had no idea, like me either, to be honest. I was really going through this. We were really going through some things.
We was going through some things. Oh my god.
Wow!
Wow! And like me coming from like what I was so accustomed to, which was like literally nothing and like being alone, and like I had just broken up with like my ex. You guys definitely took my black ass for a fucking ride. I think one of the most iconic eras of that time was definitely like our smoke sessions. Our smoke sessions were like fucking ridiculous, off the shit's crazy.
Dude, I would wake up. I would wake up at 10:30 a.m. Get in the car. Like I don't know, 11:30, and we'd go to tennis courts, which is like this place
That tennis courts and Nate's were our 2 smoking spots, and then Serenity. If you know, you know.
If you don't know, well, you know.
Shut up. This is how it goes.
No, but honestly, I would get in the car at 11:30 a.m. and then from then, I don't know. So we would sometimes pop out to 12.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would just be an abundance of smoking and drinking and smoking some more. And our friend, we would be like, no, like, oh my god, pause. So first of all, our sessions, when we would go to our smoke spots or whenever we would, like, get together and, like, for the sole purpose of smoking, it would be, like, 2 bongs in rotation, like 3 blunts in rotation, like maybe a baby bowl pack in rotation. It was like something that was like so excessive for no fucking reason.
Like I would be like on my deathbed every time. Just
every
like,
time. I just got the biggest
like,
flashbacks.
Crazy. And then if you didn't hit it, you were just like shamed for it. Like
no.
you're gonna hit it.
No, like you didn't have a choice but to hit it. Like no.
It was great.
It was a fun time. We loved that. We stand.
We stand.
Remember that one time we were at Steph's house for her birthday?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was crazy. There was so many things that happened that night. It was almost just like unreal.
Oh.
Unreal! It all started with the, what's that game that opens up your mouth and you have to like say a word, but like they have to describe what you're talking.
We know exactly what you're talking about, but I have no clue what it's called.
Yeah. It all started with that and like beers, and then somehow...
No, it was not beers. It was Monacos.
Oh.
Yeah.
It all just started out with the girls, fun, drinking, pillow fights, talking about
boys.
And then carried on to just like fucking shots.
Some of y'all motherfuckers was playing with that brujeria. And you guys were shotgunning Monacos.
Oh my god, no, I didn't. They try to force me, but like I would never do that.
I would never do that. That's for fucking sure.
Everyone pre-gamed. Basically, we got our fill in.
Oh my god, wait, who was all there? Wow, that's really dark. I was not expecting it to be that dark.
What?
It's okay. She's pigmented.
Spin the Bottle came out. Shit just got fucking real. Long story short.
Real.
It's so funny because after everyone was like lit and shit, like someone put on Trolls.
Yeah, because Steph's mom was there and she started like sitting in the living room with us.
Stephanie's mom came downstairs, saw Deyonna and Nate making out, and she was like, Fuck, that's so funny.
Shit.
Bitch.
Yeah, I'm Shaggy West and I'm getting really rich.
I blacked out. Zamara blacked out.
Oh yeah, Kevin blacked out.
I just remember myself, I woke up in the back of somebody's seat, like for sure.
Didn't I take you home with me that day?
Probably.
What's fucking new taking care of this? Get a load of this guy.
I was in a hot mess. I just remember that.
Oh yeah, them edges. I tried to cover them up, but it was
Denny was like, perm them.
No, he didn't. Did he?
He was like, oh my god, like why don't you just perm them?
I can't believe like you were blacked out and out of all things you remember Danny telling you to perm your hair.
Being blacked out, you almost kind of come to your senses after like maybe like the 5 purges, because then you kind of release some alcohol. You know it's real. You know it's real when you're like, when you almost can't wait for the bathroom, and then when you finally get in the bathroom, you're with like 3 other people who are also throwing up.
There were people throwing up in the sink and the tub and the toilet, and you were in the toilet. His head was all the way in the toilet. Like, I had to save his fucking hair from falling inside of the fucking toilet water. I'm a good best friend.
You are. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Okay,
Kate's.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
You know what? I gotta say, that was like one of the best times of my life.
What?
In all honesty, going to Kate's every fucking night, getting stupid drunk.
Would, crazy.
You guys are the fucking best. I don't know if any of you guys watch my videos.
If you do, hi. Those were no responsibility days, for sure. And it was even better because we all worked at Olive Garden, so like, no one gave a fuck. Like, you could just be like 10 minutes late, and like, the POS system where you would clock in has a 10-minute grace period, so even if you were like an 11:30, you were actually like an 11:40.
Mm-hmm. And
so you needed that, yeah.
If we thought we were gonna miss our 10-minute grace period, we would literally like text someone or Snapchat.
Like, clock me in.
Clock me in, this is my number, clock me in right now. Oh my god.
Or I remember this one time I was pretty late and Deyonna was there and we talked to one of these managers, Kukumba. And While she was, I kind of like asked him to clock me in. He like kind of gave me his card and I was kind of like clocking myself in. Deyonna was distracting him, and it kind of gives the manager options for why you were clocking in like the server. I was like, while he was being distracted by Deyonna, I was like, what did I say? It was like early or something. I said early or something after being like...
Forgot to clock in.
Yeah, forgot to clock in.
That was your best friend.
And then after I was done, we were like, okay, bye. And then we both like left him.
Yeah. Tag team bitch.
But back on topic. So Kate's was crazy. And I'm talking about house parties like every
night. It didn't matter if it was a Monday or a Saturday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday. Oh wait, shit. Dude, people would just make their rounds throwing up in the bathroom and then come back out to partying.
At
like,
Kate's?
Yes. After that, coming back out to drink some more. Like, what? Like, refueling, literally.
Refueling!
Refueling! And most importantly, it was all for-free. For-free!
If it was for free, you knew you was getting fucked up because...
It was bad.
You were gonna drink all types of shit.
Yeah, to be honest. That's so bad. Yeah. You were mixing, mingling, purging.
Literally.
And leaving. And then we would do it all over again. Yeah, it was crazy. And then if you didn't go, we would just talk about it the next day at Olive Gardens to go again.
Yeah.
Those were the good times.
Those were such good times.
We got the cops called on us like several times.
So many times.
Their neighbors were over it.
This looks so much brighter on camera than it actually is.
Hi.
Fierce.
How are
you open your eyes, you're like...
That time we went to a party and the cops got called on us and we were like locked in the fucking house.
That was a long periodically time ago. That's when we met
Sarah
and Georgia Peach.
Georgia Peach! I love you, Georgia Peach!
I really don't even remember half of that night.
No, we got there and we were like, where the fuck is it? Because basically we only went to this party because my friend Amelia was there. We walk in, it was pretty crunk. It was when like Migos was like first getting like recognized. Bad and Bougie was like the shit. And then we meet this girl named Sarah, shout out to you. She ended up sharing her like bottle with us, so long story short, we got to another level real quick.
Real quick. We wouldn't even ask, she would just be like, here. And I'd be like, thank you.
No! The cops were called and they shut that bitch down. Like they locked it down. They locked it. Like doors were locked. Me and Deyonna literally went upstairs because like they turned the lights off. We're like with all these random asses.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, let's go somewhere where we're not gonna get like caught up. So we literally go upstairs.
And we had a window right there so we could see everything that was happening.
We saw so many people running out of the house before they locked the door. And then even a little bit before like everything happened, they were being like security at the door, like no one could get in anymore. And for the most part, no one could get out. So it was really like weird.
So we were like trapped in the closet, R. Kelly style.
We ended up getting out of the house somehow. And we didn't see cops. So we walked to my car and kind of just sat there. And then Zach and Zell ended up coming.
Didn't we go to a different fucking party that day?
I don't know.
I think we did.
That sounds like some shit that we do though.
So you want to talk about parties.
You want to talk about boys.
You want to be on top.
You want to be on top.
As you're like fierce as fuck.
I know. Dude, I feel like there's fire in my eye.
Do you remember Norma's Trap House?
Oh, how could I not? Her ass would have a party every day too.
Every day. Norma's Trap House is like a legend. So Norma literally used this house that she was like moving out of. So she literally would throw parties in this house that wasn't even hers anymore at this point.
I don't know. The bank, it wasn't her house anymore, but pretty much the door was open. So.
and we was coming on in.
One time we were outside and like these people were about to like shoot each other or something.
Oh, no, wait. Was there actually a shooting that one time?
I don't know, but long story short, Zach wanted to like stay and see, and me, Zell, and you were like, no, we gotta go. Like, we have to go now. Like, come to, like, we have to go to the car, like, now.
I'm pretty sure somebody actually, like, did shoot a gun. I think someone actually got shot because the police came shortly after that. And I was still there. I don't know if I was with you.
I guess you weren't with us because me, Zell, and Zach, we left, like,
right
when it was time. You know you're at a party when you know half the people there are, like, strapped. Oh my god, do you remember fucking King Lem Cove after party?
No. When
I got in trouble?
I will never forget that day.
If you guys are updated with her videos, we talked about our Key Lime Cove era, and so basically when this place was getting shut down, they had like this one last banquet, hoorah, for like all the people who like worked for them. One of the staff members ended up having like an after party, so we ended up going there. We ended up having a great time. There was videos here, videos there, pictures here.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry about this.
My sister is, she was like around like 9 at the time, but she like loves Deyonna. Like she loves Deyonna. But she had Deyonna added as a friend on Snapchat.
Hey Ariana.
Hi. So Deyonna recorded me taking a huge ass swig.
And I'm like, whoa! Like in the bag.
And it was like one of the biggest like bottles from Amsterdam you can get.
It was pineapple.
It was pineapple. Yeah, and I was just like it was me as clear as day. It was the bottle as clear as day. It was in my hand to my mouth as clear as day. Like I took this shot, and it was more than a couple. I ended up dropping her off, going home, and like that was that. So I thought. I woke up the next morning. Ariana comes down to my room. She's like, "You're in trouble. Go upstairs. Your dad's so mad at you. Like you should just like get it over with now." I ended up going upstairs, and I'm like, if it's gonna happen, I might as well just get it over with. Now, kind of figuring out my story before I go upstairs. And I knew they were stalling, so once they hit me with like, how did last night go? Whoop-de-woo. I was like, it was fine. They're like, how did you end up getting home? And I'm like, driving, what do you mean? Keep in mind, at this point, I didn't even know that Ariana had Deyonna on Snapchat. Like, I just...
Oh, you didn't know?
No. I thought Deyonna, like, blocked Ariana. So, long story short, when they asked me the question, I'm like, okay, like, I'm just gonna get out of this, like, so easy. They were like, were you drunk? And I'm like, no, like, why would you think that? Like, I'm a responsible...
young adult.
Yeah, I don't know how old I was. My dad's like, well, Amber. And Amber comes up with the phone, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, the cable really did fucking turn off. With the phone, I'm like... And she, like, gives it to him, and it was me taking this big-ass swig. Your boy was caught.
I felt
Period.
so bad for the longest
And
time.
it said Deyonna, like, story. But it was crazy. I was in so much trouble after that. But, you know.
You live and you learn.
You live and you learn.
You look caked. Look, like you look caked.
Yeah, this is snatched. Oh my god, guys. My first time getting drunk was crazy.
Receipts.
You know, I didn't even think my ass was even gonna get into this mess. Hi, my name is Wes and I'm in this mess.
Yeah, you was all up in that mess.
But you know, it all started out with us like coming to this guy's house and we were just kind of chilling. But long story short, I tried to compete a shot game basically with another friend of ours that like, she knew what the fuck she was doing. 7 shots in, it was Peach Amsterdam, which is why I will never do Peach Amsterdam again. Like, I would never drink that shit again because I can
Amsterdam,
never.
I just can't.
Period.
Wow, we are just so in sync.
I blacked out. We got in the car. I thought it was done, but little do I know, like, I was just getting started. Period.
You kept drinking in the car?
No. The shots were taking over my body. Like, it was like, arm gone. Now the shot was in control of my arm. Next arm, and I'm like, ooh, like, now I can't control my arms. Now it's my neck. Now I'm like, it was nuts. We went to a park. Ended up, like, losing my phone there. Falling for no reason, like, tripping over nothing type of drunk. It was bad. And then I ended up throwing up all over Zalmara's car.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we can never forget a true icon.
We can never forget a true icon. But I was wearing this sweater, actually. I didn't throw up on it, obviously. It was really like my khakis that I threw up all over. All over her back seat. And
so you missed everything but the damn hoodie.
Yeah, how? I don't even know. They had to undress me in a gas station bathroom because I was that, like, dirty. And they ended up, like, staying up till, like, 3 in the morning washing her car. They dragged me, like, I was, like, I couldn't even walk. So they dragged me, like, one here, to my mom's door. She was like, his room is that way. They laid me on my bed and like left. And I woke up the next morning like, bitch, like, I was like, wow, what the fuck happened? My card was gone. My phone was gone. I tracked my phone with my iPad and it was at the bougie park.
You found it?
Yeah, so I had to go get it.
You're lucky that it was still there.
It was, find my iPhone. I love you. I mean, obviously there's more details, but I mean, yeah. Coming from the person who was like blacked out for most of it, that's like the best I can give you guys. Just know it was a one for the books.
It was a one for the books. Another one for the books.
Another one for the books.
So if you can't tell, the books are very big. We spilled a lot of tea, and I wasn't even expecting
to spill that much either. I hope you guys don't judge me, for real.
Alright, wow, you look beat.
To the what?
Wow.
I love you gays. This is for my gays.
This is for the gays.
This is for
and the girls. But most of the gays.
Turn that shit off.
Turn that shit off. Wait. It's big, huh? It's big, huh? Look. Wait. Oh, it really is big, huh?
It's big, huh?
Boop, 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 boop. Wow, this really inspired me to, like, do something bold and crazy. I really don't, like, play with makeup this often, so I'm glad that you let me do this. Oh! Ooh. You love that.
The courage. You know what? This makeup is giving me courage.
You got hella courage now. And I just gave it to you. You're welcome. Okay, so it's not going to be pulled together until I do the lower lash line. Ooh, we love that. We love that. Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
You got it, dude.
You got it, dude.
This sister snapped.
Okay, that's good.
That's good, right?
Fuck! Okay, I think we're done, you guys.
That's good. Thank you. This was awesome.
Oh my gosh!
So normally I wouldn't ever do this just because this is like really out of my comfort zone. But honestly, when she brought it up to my attention, I thought, anything for my stans. I'm just kidding. Anything for my sister, so. Alright,
you guys. Well, we spilled a lot of tea.
I'm exhausted.
A lot of base. Yeah, this is a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
It really is. As always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what me and Anthony should do next on my channel or his channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.